your man Mac, the Reactor, fresh out the trash compactor. You'll know me by now. It's your favorite England-born, somewhat Australian-sounding Reactor, and he's a big boss like Rick Ross. He goes harder than Slipknot, and he's in permanent beast mode without even applying a cheat code, baby. He's so crazy. You'll know I've been reacting to a lot of Harry Styles, a lot of One Direction, and I'm all open-minded and I'm all for it, man. You'll already know I'm not your everyday Reactor. Shout out to my Mac Pack for subscribing. I only just celebrated a couple of hundred subscribers, and I'm almost about to celebrate 300. You'll make my journey really cool, so subscribe now. Don't waste your time. I'm not saying I'm the best Reactor out there. I'm just saying I'm different, and I will give you something you don't see everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? So, nearly choked on my own saliva then. That was weird. So one of my subscribers, Pam Shirley, said to me to react to Stevie Nicks and Harry Styles doing Landslide. Now, I looked at a few different videos and there was like a bit of a variation in quality and everything like that. I'm going for the one that has the highest views, but if you all have something specific that you go to watch, hit me with the link, because otherwise I got to use my own initiative. But what I'm going to do, I'm Mac the Reactor. I'm going to put some mac on this cheese. Let's get right into it.
A light for me. I'm sure she's been a light for every single one of you. Los Angeles, please welcome to the stage, Miss Stevie and Harry.
Now, I have a feeling this may be where it would be a little bit cool. I've just noticed I should have a look at the big screen there, because I can now see them up close. Again, this is where sometimes dropping a link is awesome, but we're here to react to the actual song, right? So I'm going to get into that, and I'll focus on that screen sometimes to have some close-ups. Stevie Nicks is a legend, man. A legend. The fans are ready for it. They're ready for it.
I know, cool, isn't it?
Didn't Stevie Nicks give him the necklace that he wears or something like that? Or she gave him something, right?
Took my love and took it down. Climbed a mountain and I turned around.
You can actually hear some Harry Styles influence, and by that I mean him drawing the influence from her. I'm not saying that like she already had the talent. I'm just saying I can hear a little bit where Harry gets his it's sort of almost where he sets the tone with his vocals. I hear a little bit of this in him for sure.
And I saw to the landslide brought me down.
Her voice is unique though, it's unique.
Can the child in my heart? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life?
You know what I like that Harry's done there, and I may have said this in a previous video, so he's been pretty consistent with it, is I like the way that he could have easily come into this, like he could have come in and tried to belt out the vocals and maybe try and top Stevie or whatever. He's got too much respect for her. I guess he wouldn't do that anyway. But I like the way he come out with, how am I going to explain this? The vocals are like, they're coming out powerfully, they're powerful, they're definitely coming from the diaphragm, if I could maybe explain it that way. But he's kind of gone a little softer with the vocals. And that's really what I was trying to say, is that he was able to find the right place to go with it. That takes talent too. I wonder how he feels being next to Stevie Nicks too, like, because he could potentially be a little nervous right now. If he's nervous, he's holding it together well. Fence is there for him, man, like. See, this is where I don't think a Harry Styles and Stevie Nicks collaboration would really be such a bad idea, because when they go together, I know I said that I can hear some Stevie influence in Harry's vocals, but it's still a very different contrast in terms of the way they kind of, obviously Stevie Nicks is a female, Harry's a male, so the voice is always going to be a little bit different, but together, it's a very special... I wonder why they haven't collaborated. I guess Stevie might be doing a lot of her own thing. Who knows? I don't know. It'd be good though. You're not getting on me. Stop it. Oh, Harry's little dance for her? That's crazy. You can tell that's very in the moment. It did not look planned to me, you know what I'm saying? It's just something Harry just felt a moment, just went for it. Steve even joined in. I feel like maybe she didn't even expect it. That's cool.
Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you older, children get older, I'm getting older too.
Wow. Just that, I know this may not be the best quality audio on the planet of this song. Like I say, if you don't drop the links, I'm just going to dive into what I found. I thought logically go for the one with one of the most views. But having said that, if you're doing what I'm doing right now, and you're really just listening very hard, because you kind of have to, just the way they harmonize, just at the end there, that was real special. That was great. I can imagine hearing that live. I bet if anybody of my subscribers, and I think somebody it might have even been Pam Shirley herself, who said she saw this live. One of my subscribers said they saw this live. Man, I'm telling you, if you did, I bet you there's no experience that compares to that. Like, you could find the best. Somebody could have actually had a effing, professional camera and recorded it with great audio and show it to you, and it's still nothing on being there on that night. That's special. Especially with some of the random moments they're having, because they look random to me. Like the little dancing they broke into, the holding of their hands, didn't seem planned to me. It seemed like, we're in the moment, let's do this.
Yes, I'm getting older too.
No, you're not, Stevie. Stop.
So take this love, take it down. Oh, if you come around today, turn around. If you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, where the landslide will bring it down, down. And if you see my reflection in the snow.
There it is. There it is. Isn't that great how in that song they were able to just stay in a particular spot, and then the second the opportunity come up, just take them vocals up? Hear the way, sorry, I'm actually trying to keep a little bit of a burp in. I'm like, it's going crazy right now. But notice how the fans reacted to it right away though? Like the second that they went, alright, here we are, and whoosh, they went up, the fans just reacted to it right away, because like vocally, these two together, man, it's I don't feel like it's something you're going to hear every day, and you kind of know it. So when it's happening, you're like, just cherish it, just cherish it. Yeah. I tell you what, even though this is clearly a fan-made video, because it looks like there's different types of phone footage being used to put it together, Stevie do look good for her age though, right? How old is she? She would have to be, what, like 70 now? Like, yeah, damn. That's crazy. Sorry, I just got caught up in that for a moment. There it is. Hug it out.
What should they do, Harry?
They should subscribe to this channel.
Subscribe to my channel? James, you've been blocking enough of my videos, okay? And I know it's probably not you personally, but you're gonna have to take the fall for it, my guy, okay? That was really, really good, man. I mean, hey, look, I'm one of these guys, man, where like I've learned along the way that seeing Harry live is probably the best place that you can see him in. But when I'm seeing Harry with like somebody who's a legend, my only complaint over the whole video was, hey, I would have loved like a real professional like video to be out there. I don't know if it exists. Believe me when I say I scrolled down, I didn't find anything really much better than that. But I enjoyed it, man, and I found I just had to listen harder because the audio wasn't the greatest. But I love the moments where, I guess, you know, there were moments where the fans just went quiet and kind of let them get the vocals out. And they were the moments where I was able to listen really hard, hear them harmonize together. And that's when I was like, yo. And the thing I like, too, is that I feel like the thing I am learning along this Harry Styles journey is that I'll get somebody say, hey, I'm 62, or hey, I'm 44, and I really like Harry. Like, I get so many different ages thrown out there because people like to say, hey, like, I'm probably not somebody you would expect to be a Harry Styles fan, but I am. Can you react to da-da-da-da, you know? And then here I am, somebody that... I mean, I hate to keep bringing up that I'm a rapper because I don't think that alone makes me unique as a Harry fan because, like, I already listen to a lot of different music anyway. I feel sorry for people that do just kind of stick to one... You know what I'm saying? Like I don't play it safe with music. I'm adventurous. But at the end of the day, I know what I like and what I don't like. So you could show me a metal song and I might love it. But then you could show me another one and then I'll be like, oh, yeah, see, that one's not for me. You could show me a Spice Girls song, man. I love the Spice Girls, by the way. I don't even know why I went to that example. That was ridiculous. But I'm just saying, like, say if I didn't like it before, if I hear some potential and I like what I'm hearing, it doesn't matter if it's not something I would listen to every day. I'll always embrace it. But when it comes to, like, pop music, rock music, soul music, like, I've always kind of gravitated toward it a little bit anyway. When it comes to the rapping thing, like, don't get me wrong, I love bars. I like to be moved by lyricism and all that kind of stuff. I even like to be moved by a rapper that's really able to deliver a message over a beat in a way that speaks to me. But then I also really love to be moved by a voice that's really just coming from here somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Rappers do that too, they come from here, but I'm just saying there's something, it's different, you know what I'm saying? It's a different type of enjoyment. Like if I listen to Eminem Sing for the Moment, yeah, it touches me, man, yeah, it gets to me. Or Eminem Stan, yeah, of course it gets to me, but I think I react differently to like powerful vocals and ballads and stuff like that because I think it just triggers something else. So I'd say like the hip-hop / rapping thing triggers one thing in me. This triggers another thing in me. Sometimes even dance music will just trigger something in me because sometimes I do want to just let go, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I didn't mean to be on a big tangent at the end, but I just think it's not that crazy that I've become a fan of Harry Styles. But what is really interesting though is the diversity in, number one, age group, where people are from, you know, it's a very sense of it's a worldwide thing. So I'm sorry I took a long time to get here, but what I was really trying to say was that I feel like Stevie Nicks gets to be a part of this too. I mean, she's already had that in her career, but I feel like a lot of younger generation would have got exposed to her just then. And when I say younger generation, that could be anybody really from, you know, 18 to 30 years old that may not be polished on Stevie Nicks, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm aware that, you know, she was in her prime many moons ago, but her name still holds up just because of the legendary status. Like, at the end of the day, when you make that many hits, they're going to linger on, and you're going to hear them. And somebody like Harry is going to be a fan in awe of Stevie Nicks, you know what I'm saying? And there's going to come a day where Harry passes the torch, you know what I mean? He's going to be like a 50, 60-year-old man, and we're still going to love hearing the OG hits and all that stuff, and we're still going to want to hear more out of him, but he's going to pass the torch to somebody that maybe is a little bit younger that grew up on Harry Styles, you know what I mean? And they're going to get their moment. I just think it's magical. Sorry I dragged it out at the end for so long, but I just want to share what I really, really feel. I even like to share what's on my mind a little bit in these videos. But thank you so much for the recommendation. Because I made this intro nice and long for y'all, I'm going to be short when I dip out of here. Mac the Reactor, going back into my trash compactor. Much love to y'all. Talk to me on Twitter, @Mac the Reactor. You know me. I'm England born. I'm your favorite Australian, somewhat sounding reactor. And I just said that I'd go, but I didn't really. So now I'm trolling y'all, and I'm going to stop doing that. Bye now.